How to master silent confidence, like Keanu Reeves. In a world where everyone is screaming for attention, the person who stays quiet is the one who wins. If you constantly over-explain yourself, you are giving away your value. Today, I will show you how to build unshakable, silent confidence. Have you ever felt the need to fill every silence? Maybe you are in an English conversation. A friend asks you a simple question. Instead of giving a simple answer, you start talking faster. You use too many words. You say, and, because you are afraid of the quiet. You think that if you stop talking, people will think you are boring. Or worse, they will think your English is bad. But look at someone like Keanu Reeves. He is one of the most famous actors in the world, yet he rarely speaks. When he does speak, he doesn't rush. He doesn't try to prove he is smart. He doesn't chase your approval. And because of that, the whole room listens to him. Most English learners believe they need more advanced words to be respected. They think they need perfect grammar to look confident. This is a lie. True confidence isn't about how much you say. It is about how you carry yourself when you say nothing at all. In this video, we are going to change your perspective. We are going to stop the nervous talking and start building a presence that commands respect. So, before we fix your speaking, we must understand why you feel the need to talk so much in the first place. Most nervous people use too many words because they are afraid of being judged. Think about the last time you were nervous during an English conversation. Maybe you were at a job interview. Maybe you were meeting a new group of friends. What did you do? If you are, like most learners, you probably talked too much. You gave a long answer to a short question. You repeated your point 3 times. You used filler words like actually, honestly, or you know. I call this the disease of over-talking. When we feel insecure about our English level, we try to hide our mistakes behind a wall of words. We think, if I keep talking, they won't notice my grammar. Or, if I explain this 5 different ways, they will finally see that I am smart. But here is the truth. When you talk too much, you are telling the world that you don't believe in yourself. You are chasing their approval. You are shouting, "Please like me. Please understand me." Imagine you are in a meeting. Someone asks you, "Why was the project late?" A nervous speaker says, "Oh, well, actually, you see, the thing is, the weather was bad, and then my internet was slow, and I really tried. Honestly, I stayed up late, and I think next time will be better. I hope you understand." Stop. That person sounds desperate. They are giving away their power. They are apologizing for existing. Now, imagine a confident person. They look the other person in the eye. They say, "The internet went out. I will finish it by tomorrow." Short, sharp, strong. This isn't just about English. This is about psychology. When you over-explain, you are creating noise. And when there is too much noise, people stop listening to the signal. You think you are being helpful, but you are actually making yourself look smaller. Later in this video, I will show you a simple habit to stop this immediately. But first, you must accept one thing. You do not need to prove you belong in the room. You are already there. Your words should be like gold, not like sand. Gold is valuable because it is rare. Sand is cheap because it is everywhere. Are your words gold? Or are they sand? Most learners misunderstand the goal of communication. They think the goal is to speak perfectly. But the real goal is to be understood and respected. So now we understand why we talk too much. We are afraid. But here is the surprising part. The solution has nothing to do with learning more vocabulary. It has everything to do with how you handle the space between the words. Chapter 1. The Keanu persona. Mystery is far more attractive than availability. This is the secret of the Keanu persona. Think about Keanu Reeves for a moment. When he is on a red carpet or giving an interview, he doesn't jump around. He doesn't try to be the loudest person in the room. He waits. He listens. He answers with a few thoughtful words. Most people are like open books. They tell you everything. They tell you their life story, their problems, and their fears in the first 5 minutes. They are too available. When you are too available, people stop being curious about you. There is no mystery. But when you speak less, people start to wonder, what is he thinking? What does she know that I don't? This is especially powerful when you are learning English. You might think, if I don't talk, they will think my English is bad. But actually, the opposite is true. If you stay calm and only speak when necessary, people assume your English is much better than it actually is. They see your silence as strength, not as a lack of vocabulary. I want to try something with you right now. I am going to stop talking for a few seconds. Just stay with me. Did that silence make you uncomfortable? Did you feel the need to check your phone or look away? That feeling, that small moment of tension, is exactly what we are fixing today. Most learners are so afraid of that tension that they kill it with or nervous laughter. But a confident person owns that tension. Keanu Reeves isn't afraid of a gap in the conversation. He knows that silence isn't empty. Silence is full of presence. When you stop trying to fill every hole in the conversation, you gain a superpower. You become the person who controls the energy of the room. You are not a guest in the conversation. You are the owner of it. Maybe you know this moment. You are at a party, and someone asks, "So, what do you do for a career?" A nervous person says, "Oh, well, I work in a bank, but it's just a job, you know. I studied marketing, but then I switched, and I'm actually looking for something else now, because my boss is okay. But..." A Keanu persona says, "I work in finance. I'm focusing on new projects right now." Then, they stop. They don't explain more. They wait for the other person to ask a follow-up. By staying a little bit mysterious, you force the other person to engage with you. You stop chasing them. They start chasing you. So, now we understand why mystery is better than being too available. But how do you actually do this in real life? How do you stop yourself from rushing? The answer is a very simple technique I call the power pause. Chapter 2. The power pause, the most powerful thing you can do after someone asks you a question is nothing. Most English learners react like a reflex. Someone asks, "What do you think of the new office?" And immediately, without thinking, The learner starts talking. Oh, I think it's very nice. The windows are big and... Why do we do this? Because we are afraid that if we wait, the other person will think we don't understand English. We are terrified of the blank space. But I want you to try a new habit. It is called the power pause. The rule is simple. When someone finishes speaking, you wait exactly 2 seconds before you open your mouth. 1, 2. Then you speak. In your mind, 2 seconds feels like an hour. You think, oh no, they think I'm frozen. They think I'm stupid. But to the other person, those 2 seconds look like intelligence. They look like deep thought. They look like you are a person who chooses your words carefully. Think about Keanu Reeves again. Watch his interviews. When a reporter asks him a deep question, he doesn't jump in. He looks down, or he looks away for a second. He processes the question. He owns the time. When you use the power pause, 3 amazing things happen. First, your brain has time to find the right words. You stop making those nervous grammar mistakes because you aren't rushing. Second, you stop using filler words. You don't need to say or to fill the gap, because you have already decided that the gap is okay. Third, and most importantly, you change the power dynamic. When you rush to answer, you are following the other person's lead. When you pause, you are making them wait for you. You are saying, my answer is worth waiting for. Maybe this has happened to you. You were in a group, and you wanted to say something, but you were too slow. Someone else spoke first, and you felt invisible. The power pause fixes this. It gives you the stage. It tells everyone else to be quiet because something important is coming. Later in this video, I will give you a specific blueprint on how to use fewer, stronger words. But before we change what you say, we have to change how you look. Because the truth is, people decide if they respect you before you even say hello. Your body is talking much louder than your mouth. Chapter 3. Body language over vocabulary. Your posture speaks a language that everyone understands, even before you say a single word. Most English learners are so focused on their grammar that they forget their body. They are thinking about verb tenses. They are searching for the right adjective. And while they do this, their body is telling a story of fear. They look down at the floor. They fidget with their hands. They nod their head too fast. Have you ever seen someone nodding like a puppy? Yes. Yes. I understand. Yes. Okay. They think they are being polite. They think they are showing they follow the conversation. But in reality, they look desperate. They look like they are begging for the other person to keep talking so they don't have to. Let's look at the Keanu way. Watch his posture. He stays still. His shoulders are back, but relaxed. He doesn't move his hands unless he needs to. He looks you in the eye, and he holds that look. I want to show you a mini example of the difference. Imagine someone is talking to you. Example A. You nod your head quickly. You look away often. You lean forward like you are trying to catch every word. Example B. You keep your head still. You maintain steady eye contact. You lean back slightly. Which person looks more powerful? Example B. every single time. When you move less, you look more important. It is a strange psychological trick. High-status people do not move as much as low-status people. They don't react to every little thing. They are the center of the room, and the room moves around them. Maybe you know this feeling. You are talking to someone, and they are looking at their watch, or they are looking around the room. It makes you feel small. But when you give someone your full, calm attention, without the nervous nodding, you become magnetic. You don't need a 500-word vocabulary to be magnetic. You only need to be present. Think about that for a moment. If your English isn't perfect, you can still be the most respected person in the room just by how you stand. Stop checking your phone. Stop looking at your feet. Keep your chin up. When you speak, look the person in the eye. If you need to think, look away slowly, then look back when you are ready. So now we have the silence, and we have the posture. But eventually, you do have to speak. So how do you make your words hit like a hammer instead of a whisper? There is a way to speak that makes you sound instantly smarter. And it's not about using bigger words. It's actually about using fewer of them. Chapter 4. Short sentences. Massive impact. If you want people to value your words, you must stop giving them away for free. Most English learners believe that speaking fluently means speaking fast. They try to connect every sentence with and, because, or so. They speak in one long, never-ending line of words. But when you do this, your main point gets lost in the noise. You sound like you are chasing the listener, trying to keep their attention before they walk away. Keanu Reeves does the opposite. He uses short sentences. He uses periods, not commas. Listen to the difference. A nervous learner says, "I really liked the movie because the acting was good and the story was interesting, although I thought the ending was a bit strange, but overall it was a great experience for me." A confident speaker says, "The movie was excellent. The acting was strong. The ending surprised me." Which one sounds more powerful? The second one. Why? Because every sentence has a beginning and an end. It gives the listener time to digest what you said. It shows that you are not afraid to stop talking. When you use short sentences, you instantly sound smarter. You stop using filler words like, you know, and actually. These words are just trash that we put in our sentences when we are afraid of silence. If you want to master this, you must learn to cut the fat. Look at your sentences like a sculptor looks at a piece of stone. You want to remove everything that isn't necessary. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" don't say, "Oh, it was okay. I didn't do much. Just stayed home and watched some TV and cleaned the kitchen. Nothing special, really." Say, "It was relaxing. I stayed home and recharged." That's it. Stop there. There is a strange reaction in the brain when someone speaks in short, clear sentences. The listener feels that the speaker is in total control. They feel that the speaker's time is valuable. Later in this video, I'm going to give you a specific plan to practice this. But first, think about the last time you tried to speak English. Did you feel like you were rushing? Did you feel like you were trying to explain too much? You are not slow. You are just being too generous with your words. Fluent speakers are not fearless. They just know that less is more. They know that if they speak less, the words they do choose will carry massive weight. So, we have the posture. We have the pause. And now we have the short sentences. But how do you put this all together when you are actually standing in front of someone? How do you make this a part of your real life? Chapter 5. The Action Plan. Knowledge is useless without action. Here is how you apply silent confidence today. You now have the secrets of the Keanu persona. You know about the power pause, the steady posture, and the impact of short sentences. But watching this video is not enough. You must practice this in the real world. If you try to change everything at once, you will fail. Your brain will go back to its old, nervous habits. So, I want you to follow a specific, silent power conversational blueprint. Next time you speak English, even if it is just a 1-minute talk with a colleague, I want you to pick only one of these 3 missions. Mission number 1. The 2-second rule. For the entire conversation, do not answer any question immediately. Wait. Let the silence hang there for 2 seconds. Watch the other person. Notice how they wait for you. Notice how much more control you feel. Mission number 2. The still statue technique. Focus only on your body. Keep your hands quiet. Stop the nervous nodding. Keep your eyes locked on the person you are talking to. See how it feels to be the calm center of a loud room. Mission number 3. The period, not comma. Try to speak only in sentences of 10 words or less. When you finish a sentence, stop. Do not say and or so. Just stop. Let your point land. There is a micro challenge for you right now. Think about the very next conversation you will have today. It might be with your boss, a cashier, or a friend. Which mission will you choose? Most learners believe they need a big breakthrough to become fluent. They think they need to go to a different country or study for 10 hours a day. They are wrong. Transformation happens in these small moments. It happens when you decide to hold eye contact for 1 second longer than usual. It happens when you choose silence over a nervous, I have a deliverable for you. I call it the Silent Power Conversational Blueprint. It is a mental guide to responding with fewer, stronger words. Whenever you feel the disease of overtalking coming back, remember this. A king does not shout to be heard. A king speaks quietly, and everyone leans in to listen. You are training your English, yes, but more importantly, you are training your character. You are teaching yourself that you are a person of value. Now, we have reached the most important part of this lesson. Because building confidence isn't just a trick. It's a complete change in how you see yourself. You are not bad at English. You are just afraid of the space between the words. For years, you have been told that fluency is a mountain you must climb. You have been told that you need thousands of words to be good enough. You have spent nights worrying about your accent and your grammar. But I want you to look at yourself differently today. You are a person with a story. You are a person with ideas. Your value does not change because you forgot the past tense of a verb. Fluent speakers are not people who never make mistakes. They are simply people who are not afraid of those mistakes. They have the courage to stand in the silence and say, "This is who I am." Think about Keanu Reeves again. He has faced many tragedies in his life. He has faced critics who said he couldn't act, but he never tried to talk his way out of it. He stayed grounded. He stayed silent. He let his presence and his work speak for him. You can do the same with your English. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room. You don't need to be the fastest speaker. You only need the courage to start owning your silence. Stop apologizing for your English. Stop explaining why you aren't perfect yet. From today, you are a person of silent power. You speak when you have something to say. You pause because your thoughts are deep. You look people in the eye because you are their equal. If you do this, something amazing will happen. People will stop correcting your grammar and start listening to your message. They will respect the person, not just the language. You have the power inside you right now. Use it. If this lesson helped you see your English study in a different way, join our community. Subscribe to Study English TV so we can continue this journey of growth together. I want to see your commitment. Right now, go to the comments and write, "I will speak English today." When you write those words, you are making a promise to yourself. You are choosing confidence over fear. I'll see you in the next video. Keep studying, keep growing, and remember, silence is your greatest strength.